The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And they didn't wait long to take a shot there, that's for sure. But it falls incomplete, and it's second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Bridgewater on 2nd and 10. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, that patience is going to wear thin really quick. And I think the guys on the defensive side of the ball will be the first ones to let him know that's got to stop.
Now a play fake here on first down. They'll roll, and that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. In for the score. And the Texans have taken the early lead. But what a quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, boom, touchdown.
I've been in a situation before where a turnover occurs, and if you're over on the bench with your defensive mate, and you're talking about what to do on your next series, and all of a sudden you hear sudden change, you've got to get out on the field and defend right away. Not everyone is mentally prepared to go.
Is that what is yelled on the sidelines a lot of times?
That, among other things.
Maybe some words we can't share here.
Yeah, we'll just keep this one PG.
FCC violation.
No doubt.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error.
Now he's hit. Bridgewater loses the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. 2nd down, Bridgewater. On the catch, it's Crowder. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And I think the ball's out, and the Texans scoop it. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Gone!
Mayfield now after the fumble recovery. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he's brought down. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Right there! All day, baby! Leopard! Leopard! Detroit! Detroit! Over!
Play fake. Mayfield. He'll buy some time right. Looking sideline, incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board, ended up settling for 3.
Bryant now, after hitting the field goal, gets set to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
Delta, 3-0. Hey, got 3, got 3. Delta. Delta.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Following the interception, Mayfield. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Detroit! Detroit!
They go play action. Mayfield. Buying time to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Kyle Van Noy in there to get him for a loss of 5.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
3rd and long for Mayfield. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
That's what he is. Go Delta. Go Delta. Go Delta.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Johnson. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Hurry up. Go Delta.
3rd and long for Bridgewater. And this one complete to Julius Thomas. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 36. A first down carry here for Johnson. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Hurry up.
With the former Volunteer Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Titans with the football here to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd down and 8 to start things out.
Hurry up. Delta.
Here's Bridgewater. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in the good defensive position, able to affect the play.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Bridgewater. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. A first red zone opportunity for the Titans. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Vic Beasley able to make the tackle.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Bridgewater now on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle.
Delta.
On 3rd down, Johnson. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. It's a 5-yard pickup but spotted a few chain links short of the first, so a little bit of decision time here coming up on 4th down.
Delta.
Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Here we go with Johnson. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And this Texans defense stands tall. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Mayfield off the play fake. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, Mayfield. He's going to float this over the middle deep. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. Finding some room at midfield. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
A 2nd down throw for Bridgewater. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Hilton's first catch, good for a 1st down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
1st down, Bridgewater. Airing one out for Crowder. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. On 2nd down, Bridgewater again. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Matt Milano coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. 3rd and long now after the sack. And we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Throwing, Bridgewater. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Matt Milano in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And now out comes Houston. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
Detroit!
First down, Mayfield. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Bridgewater on 2nd and 10. And he rifles one incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there. And that'll make it 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. 23 yards on the play. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. This quarterback now 6 of 17 throwing the ball, only 35%, but he does have a 1st and 10. He's got a man, it's his fullback. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Bridgewater again. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Duke Johnson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Titans have made this a 1-score game. Now the extra point. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 13-7. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a 1-score, 6-point game. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Detroit!
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
We got three, fellas. Gun!
Mayfield on play action. Completes it right side to Cooper. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They go play action here on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think a Texan player was able to get his hands on it, and they will indeed hold on to the ball and the possession. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20.
Gun! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. The Texans on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 14.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun!
Final play of the half, Mayfield. Letting one fly deep for Cook. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you turn that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendency.
Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Leopard! You. Watch him now, Barney!
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. Only 2 yards on the pickup there, and now they're looking at a long third down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The Texans on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 14.
Gun!
They go play action. Mayfield. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Mike Daniels in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Titan football. Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the third. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter three.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Second down, Bridgewater. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. Matt Milano in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Third and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Bridgewater now from the 50. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Set! Boo, Detroit! Detroit! Boo, 90! Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
Following the interception, Mayfield. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They go back to Gordon here on 1st down. And an alley to run. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34.
Right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. On the move to his left. Now he'll let it go. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. As his guys are in for 6. And the Texans will extend their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors. But that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. So they went to the booth to see if that was a touchdown, and they have decided it will not be a touchdown. 6 points off the board. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and the lead now stands at 13. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. He's picked off at his own 46. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Mayfield on first down. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Play fake. Mayfield. Eluded, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Mike Daniels in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. The Texans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19. Mayfield now from the 50. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
And he did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make this a 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Detroit! Detroit!
3rd and short yardage. Mayfield. And he's able to find Diggs. Now the ball comes loose. It's picked up by the Titans. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Bridgewater now after the fumble recovery. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Bridgewater now on 2nd down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Mayfield off the play fake. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Sometime in this 4th quarter, someone on defense is going to have to step up and force a turnover.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Gone! Detroit!
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Now they face a 3rd and 15 here following the delay of game. Third and long for Mayfield. Going to throw deep for the end zone. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. And Bryant's kick is good. And that will swell the lead to 16. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to leap. And now here is another interception. Monte Nicholson picks it. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times.
This is over! Gun! Gun! Gun!
On play action, they'll throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. Cooper was the intended target, and it's 2nd down.
That was a difficult catch, and I admire the fact that he actually caught the football, worked so hard to get his feet down in bounds, tried to do the toe tap. Like, my dad's an accomplished tap dancer. I'm not sure he would have gotten his feet in on that one.
Is he really, by the way?
That he is.
How about that? What about young Davis?
No, it did not. It did not cross.
It didn't carry over.
No, it stops right there.
He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
Gun!
To throw, Mayfield. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. One man in the backfield, that's Gordon, 2nd and goal. And again, it's Mayfield. Flushed out right. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this 2nd half. Instead, it's 3rd down. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying, I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities. You get over anxious, and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
Detroit!
Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal. Dancing to his left. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Well, there you go. You said someone was going to have to step up, force a turnover. That's exactly what they needed.
Yeah, now they need to capitalize, get this back to a 1-score game. From there, anything can happen.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They'll run it now out of the gun. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now after the offsides penalty. A 2nd down throw for Bridgewater. Screen play, Johnson. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
On 3rd down, it's Johnson. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. A 1st down throw for Bridgewater. Flush to his right. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Mayfield now after the fumble recovery. This is Gordon on the dump off. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Give him 3 on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down, couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. The Texans on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 7. Mayfield on play action. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance. And to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly.
And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. Vic Beasley in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. From the gun, Bridgewater. Underneath for Johnson. And down he'll go at the 25. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Vic Beasley in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
I don't know about you, but can you just almost feel the relief that's gone through this stadium? He picked up that 1st down. Without it, this game is over.
And when he took off, it was almost like, oh, no, this might be it, but found a way to pick up the 1st. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. That goes for a gain of 31. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
That's caught. It's Thomas. And a nice gain of 21 yards. First down now, but that clock rolling.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Well, they knew a lot of steps had to happen here. They got step one, the touchdown. You need a two-point conversion here, don't you?
You do, and as you continue to look ahead, if they're able to get that, somehow get the ball back and get another score, they have to go for two again. That's why teams are practicing multiple two-point plays.
We saw that in Super Bowl 51 with the Patriots getting a pair of big two-point conversions. So a big two-point conversion attempt forthcoming for the Titans. They'll try and run for it with Johnson, but he will not get into the end zone. And that one hurts as it will remain a two-score game here in the fourth. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now out comes Houston. Defensively, there's still 3 timeouts. Do you even need to use them at this point?
I think a lot of coaches do it anyway, and it seems like cosmetics to us.
Does it just send a message you're not quitting?
Send a message that you're not quitting. Let your team know you're going to battle all the way, and you're always hoping for that ultimate miracle that something will happen, you'll pick up the ball and score, and you'll have a chance one more time and maybe on an onside kick, but not likely.
Detroit! Detroit! Detroit!
Well, the lead late in the fourth, but Mayfield's going to throw it, eluding the pressure right. And Diggs has it, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now Mayfield. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. 2-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. One last shot now for Bridgewater. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal, win all of your home games, split